Today on TNT Big Show, Monolith Soft's newest masterpiece, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, is finally here. All today on TNT Big Show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Michelle Nantucket.
And this is Sean.
Welcome to TNT Big Show. Let's get right into the video. Hey, everybody, if you can please remember to subscribe, ring the bell and stuff, because a lot of you who watch aren't subscribed, but let's get into it. I remember when I first got Xenoblade Chronicles X for the Wii U, I got the special edition, of course. Xenoblade was becoming one of my favorite series, because I loved the Wii version of Xenoblade Chronicles 1. And then when I got Xenoblade Chronicles X, it just solidified it as my new favorite JRPG. And 2 and 3 came out with their DLCs like Torna and Future Connected, and that's all she wrote. But one thing Monolith Soft has kind of perfected is doing definitive editions, because Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Definitive Edition was incredible. The look was much better. The quality of life improvements were smart. If that's one thing that Monolith Soft seems to ace, it's to make the quality of life features really make a difference.
Like Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury.
Right. And Xenoblade Chronicles 1 had tons of quality of life updates. Well, that ain't nothing. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, you get 4 new characters. You get a brand new story arc that's not just some short walkthrough.
Exactly.
Plus, you get tons and tons of quality of life improvements to make it a much more accessible and enjoyable adventure. This is what I love about Monolith Soft. They're so smart. They're not just putting out features and stuff in a game just to pad it out and stuff. You know, there are some publishers and developers who could learn from Monolith Soft. Go to my Nintendo News and go over some of the quality of life features that are helping to make this game much better than the original, because if you go to Metacritic, Xenoblade Chronicles X, the original, has an 84. This has an 88. Sometimes when games get re-released, they don't get as high a score as the original. Well, this seems to be different, and I think a lot of the reason is because of these quality of life improvements. So here we go. This is from my Nintendo News. Quote, Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Switch is a significantly more accessible and enjoyable experience than on the Wii U. Thanks to the fantastic quality of life changes made to various systems, bring it up to par with the rest of the series, alongside a UI overhaul which makes everything significantly easier to read and navigate, being able to change the time of day from the menu, add characters to your party without traipsing across the city trying to find them, and more easily track and change between quest objectives are some of the small additions that make your time on Mira far more convenient. Inactive party members will still gain experience points so they don't fall behind your active team, and affinity raises at a notably faster rate, allowing you to view heart-to-hearts and undertake their affinity missions without excessive grinding. The game features a handful of new playable characters who are spaced out evenly for recruitment between the game's main story missions, so although the majority of the game's new content requires you to first complete the main story, there is some new content sprinkled throughout as well. That's fantastic.
Yes.
The big thing that people talked about that got improved was the size of the text while you're reading it. Because when I played it on the Wii U, it was so small that you had to move your face literally up next to the television just to read the damn text. Now it's readable even in portable mode. That's great to see. I'm glad it makes it easier to build up your characters and that you don't have to overly excessively grind, which doesn't really bother me, but for a lot of people it may bother, you know. And Sean and I don't just say stuff, folks. We both were off about what we thought Xenoblade Chronicles X was going to get. Sean predicted a 78 to an 80. I predicted an 80 to an 82. Well, thankfully, we both were wrong. It got an 88. It should be over a 90, but you know what? An 88, I'll take it.
The video game media must have had a brain aneurysm.
I really do love all of, these improvements to the game. Okay, more from the article. Quote, Perhaps most importantly for returning players, if, like myself and many others, you were disappointed by the open-ended conclusion of the original game, the new story content included in this version will make playing it again more than worthwhile. I won't be going into any details so you can experience it for yourself with minimal spoilers. So yeah, that's great to hear. I love seeing a company put this much effort into a re-release.
Yep.
Game sparkles, better lighting, textures, frame rate. Yeah, it's 30 frames per second, but who cares?
Well, that may change with the Switch 2 because someone said they found a hidden code where the game runs at 60 frames per second, but Monolith didn't use it for this version.
Yeah, that's true. I'll probably be able to use it on the Switch too like that.
Yeah.
But on the regular Switch, it's 30 frames per second, 1080p.
A solid.
Yeah, solid. And the colors and everything just pop. Monolith Soft, they are just wizards. How they can fit all this stuff. You've got to remember, folks, this was a Wii U game, and it was bigger than The Witcher 3.
Yeah. Well, so was Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying, you know. But Xenoblade Chronicles X is a huge game, and it's beautiful. Lots of little new details and just better character design, a cleaner UI, easier to understand tutorials and readable text and new content. It makes this game really seem like it's worth it. And now, finally, Xenoblade Saga is on the Nintendo Switch. I highly recommend that you all get this game because it is really an incredible game. And this is the game that convinced Iwata and them to put Monolith Soft on Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
They saw this game and they were like, holy crap, we got to get them to help. So, it should be worth something, you know.
Yeah.
And Xenoblade is becoming a very important franchise for Nintendo. The Xenoblade series is almost at 8 million copies now, with the second one being the most successful with around 2.8 million units sold. I hope this version at least sells 1.5. A lot of people missed it on the Wii U. I hope they don't miss it on the Switch, because I know the Switch 2 is coming out, but we may not see a game from Monolith Soft until 26. So if you want a JRPG itch, you may just want to get Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Switch 2. You know, the resolution and frame rate will be bumped up, and you know, you can play it on the go and everything. So I highly recommend this game. Do you think it'll sell what I think it was saying, Sean, around 1.5 to 1.8 million? Because that's usually what Xenoblade does. Something like that. Yeah, I really do hope it does, because Xenoblade is becoming a very important part for Nintendo, and it helps Monolith Soft. And Monolith Soft is a good developer. They're a good company, the way they treat their employees, the way they push for gender equality and race equality. They do. They really want to push for equality, diversity, and a healthy work environment. And that's something to support, you know, support companies like this. They're good to their employees, and they also make fantastic video games that you need to try. Don't be afraid of the UI in the Xenoblade games. You get used to what the UI is used for, to help you pick an attack or a magic spell or something like that. And it's kind of like turn-based combat where you get to attack and then you have to wait for your art to reload and then your other enemy gets to attack. Just think of it that way. You know, the Y, the little thing you see there, it's basically like, hey, which do you want to do? Regular art, magic, you know, what do you want to do? So you get to pick that out. Don't be intimidated. These are great games. And no, this one is, and I'm just going to tell you up front, it's not as story-driven as the first three, well, the numbered three. However, if you do side quests and stuff, we'll get a lot of lore, story, and character development, you know. And it'll take 60 to 80 hours to complete the regular story, but over 200 to 300 hours to do everything. You are in for one hell of a ride. It is out now on the Nintendo Switch, and I highly recommend everybody please give this game a chance. I really think you'll enjoy it. This is me, Michelle Lynn Tackett.
And this is Sean.
Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for staying to the end of the video and watching it. If you like all of our videos, don't you join our other social medias like TikTok, Discord, Reddit, Instagram, Thread, X, and our WordPress blog. You can also support us by joining Patreon for as little as $1 a month, where you will get exclusive content, uncut videos, videos behind the scenes, watch that trailer, Jack's joke of the week, and my sports input. If you join the $25 tier, I will send you an autographed copy of The Buzzies for free. If you love horror movies and independent content, we're a great place to come and visit because we love supporting other independent creators and stuff. When you support us, you're supporting people who do all of this by ourselves. Me, Michelle, I'm the editor, I'm the director of the videos, I'm the producer, Sean's the executive producer and content creator. So thank you everybody, and please look into supporting our Patreon as it really does help out. Just $1 a month. Thank you and have a wonderful day.